Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tales from Terrapin. I am Terry, your host, and what we do here on this channel is we explore the music of the Grateful Dead. I pick a song, we talk about it, we listen to it, and then we go on and have a better day because we have listened to the Grateful Dead. And remember, there's a law of the land of YouTube that I ask you all to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell because today I figured out how to go live for the most part. So one of these days I might just do a live episode. But I'll warn you all in advance if I decide to go that route. So welcome everyone. Fall is almost here. How do I know that? Apple cider donuts. In the Northeast, apple cider donuts are definitely a seasonal thing, and there are so many places that make them and sell them. So go on an apple cider donut trip. Go to a bunch of these little farms and whatnot. But anyway, what are we going to listen to today? We're going to listen to Throwing Stones. And Throwing Stones is a Bobby song. It was written by John Barlow and Bobby Weir. It appeared on the In the Dark album, which was recorded from January 6th to the 13th of 1987. And here's the interesting thing. It was recorded at the Marion Veterans Memorial Auditorium in San Rafael, California. Story goes that the Dead went into the studio, but they were having issues because the last album that they did before this in the studio was Go to Heaven in 1980. So that's 7 years. They were just touring constantly. And, they weren't doing well in the studio, so the producers decided to put them on stage and record the album that way. So technically, if we listen to the studio version, it is live, but of course it's been remastered, and who knows if they took a bunch of, of the different takes and put them together, spliced them and whatnot. But anyway, it came out on a single, and the B-side to it was When Push Comes to Shove. We'll get to that at some point. And the album was released on July 6, 1987. I remember that because that's when Touch of Grey blew everything up. And it did get double platinum, and it peaked at number 6 on the Billboard charts. I'm definitely going to tell you this before I forget because I have it starred on my notes here. Go check out the original video after you watch this episode, or stop this and go watch it now. It's going to be a lot shorter than what I got going on here. But go watch the video. It's really interesting. It was when I was researching this song, I can't believe it was the first time that I watched the video. But a personal memory I have of this song is when a cousin of mine got married. Really big into the Grateful Dead. He actually drew this poster that I think I still have somewhere. I would have to look, unless it got destroyed in the shuffle or whatnot. But it had all different parts of the Grateful Dead on it and whatnot. But anyway, at his wedding, requested this song. I'm pretty sure the DJ didn't want to play it. That's not a wedding song, but he played it, and everyone was out on the floor dancing to it. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get into the stats here. So, what do we got? So it was played 265 times. I had to check there. My glasses are a little bit off. First time it was played was September 17th, 1982 at the Cumberland County Civic Center in Portland, Maine. Last time was July 5th, 1995 at the Riverport Amphitheater in Maryland Heights, Montana. And it was heavily played in the rotation. They played it, the first time they played it consecutive nights in a row. So it was well within the rotation. I've seen Throwing Stones a couple times in the little amount of shows that I've gone to. Mostly a second set song, 3 times in the first set, and once it ended the set, and that kind of makes sense to me for them to end the set. The other time it was close to the end, but 262 times in set 2. Most played in Oakland, California with 28, New York City with 14, East Rutherford, New Jersey with 13, Berkeley at 12, Mountain View at 11. There's the breakdown. Now it started coming a lot out of space, but after it not fade away by far. With some Black Peter in there and One More Saturday Night. The show we're going to listen to, I believe it goes into Good Lovin'. I'm not 100% positive, but we'll get to that. But mostly not fade away followed it, and Throwing Stones is definitely one of my more favorite Bobby tunes, and it is definitely one of the most political tunes that the Grateful Dead have. It is definitely a song about hope, even though there's a lot of negative things going on in it. It's also about hypocrisy, throwing stones. You shouldn't throw stones at glass houses, and also that the title, kind of probably comes from the New Testament. Like he who, when it quotes, he who is without sin cast the first stone. And also the ashes fall down obviously comes from Ring Around the Rosie. Very political song, but it is one of hope. And it was written in 1982. And in 1982, the Middle East was in turmoil. So according to Dead.net, David Dodd's essay on this, besides the 1982 Israeli conflict and the ongoing Iran-Iraq war, the Soviet war in Afghanistan, the Falklands War between Argentina and Great Britain, and additionally, plenty going on in South America with revolutionary movements in El Salvador and Nicaragua facing opposition from U.S.-funded military efforts. So that line about wars is just a little piece of what's going on in the song, but it's there. And John Barlow was writing about what was going on. And David Dodd also, one of the quotes that I like in his essay here is, right off the bat, wouldn't it be great if someday this song became irrelevant, an artifact of a barbaric time? So, with everything going on in the world today, it is, unfortunately, it's still relevant, and I like it, so we're gonna listen to it. So, what version are we listening to? We are listening to 3/29/1990, the Nassau Coliseum down in Uniondale on Long Island. And it has Branford Marsalis. You probably picked up a little bit on the saxophone on that one. So I went back and forth. I almost picked the 10/9/89 show where they played as the Warlocks. And then there was an Alpine Valley show from 89 that was also on the list that I wanted to potentially do. But I decided let's do something with Branford. So yeah, without further ado, let's show you the next section. The next section of Randy's artwork here. And let's get right into the song. So here we go. Throwing Stones, 3/29/90, Nassau Coliseum with Branford Marsalis.
Picture a bright blue ball just spinning, spinning free, dizzy with eternity, painted with a skin and sky, brushing some clouds and sea, going home for you and me. Peaceful place, her soil looks from space, her closer look reveals the human race. Grace is the human face, put her free, leave her home to waste. 'Cause there's a fear down here we can't forget, hasn't got a name just yet. Always awake, always around, singing ashes, ashes all fall down, singing ashes, ashes all. Watches the ball revolves and the nighttime falls. And again the heart begins, and again the blood wind calls. By and by again the morning sun will rise, but the darkness never goes from some men's eyes. On the narrow rolls the sidewalks and it rolls the streets, staking terror dividing up meat. Nightmare spook, piece of heat. And it's your name, with you. Oh, big flash blade in ghetto night. Rudy's looking for a fight. Rat cat alley roll and bone. Need that cash to feed that Jones. And the politician throwing stones, singing ashes, ashes, all fall down, singing. Commissars and pinstripe bosses roll the dice. Anyway they fall, guess who gets to pay the price? Money green or proletariat gray, selling guns instead of food today. So the kids, they dance, they shake their bones, and the politicians throwing stones, singing ashes, ashes, all fall, singing ashes, ashes, all fall down. Harvest powers try to tell us what to think. If the spirit is sleeping, then the flesh is ink. Hey! History's page, illuminated, called the stove. The future's here. We are it. We are on our own. 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 We are on our own. 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 On our we can call our home. they shake their bones. And the politicians throwing stones, singing ashes, ashes, all fall down, singing. And black goes south and white comes north. You the whole world full of petty wars. Yes, I got mine and you got yours. You think current fashion set the pace? Lose your step, fall out of grace. The radical, divide and rage and rage. Someone got to turn the page. And the rich man in his summer home, so you just leave wailing not alone. But his pants are down, his guns are blown. And the politicians throwing stones, through the kids they dance, they shake their bones. Cause it's all too clear we're on our own, singing ashes, ashes, I'll fall down. Picture a bright blue ball just spinning, spinning free. It's dizzying, the possibilities. Ashes, ashes, all fall down. Ashes, ashes, all fall down. Singing ashes, ashes, all fall down. Ashes, ashes, all fall down. Singing ashes, ashes, all fall down. Ashes, ashes, all fall down. Singing ashes, ashes, all fall down. Ashes, ashes, all fall down. Fall down. Ashes, ashes, all fall down. Singing 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 ashes, ashes, all fall down.
Man, that was awesome. That was fun. Branford really added to that song, and that Jerry Jam was, as always, pretty good, you know. So, yeah, I hope you you really read along to the lyrics there to see what John was writing about and how unfortunately it still applies today. It's been a crazy, crazy time, but you know, there's hope. I have hope. I always have hope. I'm a wait and see kind of guy. So yeah, there you have it. Throwing Stones from 3/29/90 Nassau Coliseum with Branford Marsalis playing along with the boys. So yeah, like I said, so let's see. After Throwing Stones, it was actually no, they went into Love Light, and then the encore was Knocking on Heaven's Door. Great first set though. Jack Straw, Bertha, We Can Run, Ramble on Rose, Masterpiece, Bird Song, Promised Land, Into Eyes, Estimated Eyes, Eyes Estimated. That's when they broke out Dark Star and the drums Dark Star, then the wheel, Throwing Stones, Love Light, Knocking. Pretty good show. You should listen to it all. And again, check out the video to this song. So yeah, there you have it. I'll see you all soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great one. Bye.